It's your boy Brandon Brevon Towns, host of that show called Sports Plus Life. And you already know it's about to go down today, so yes sir. So turn it off, turn it all the way off, boy. All right, yes sir. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Brandon Brevon Towns. This is Sports Plus Life. This is that show where we talk about all of that good stuff in sports that need to be talked about. You know, football, basketball, boxing, even a little baseball. Probably won't see no hockey. Even golf if Tiger Woods is doing shit. But anyway, how is everybody doing today? It was when I woke up this morning to get ready to go to work, to get ready to go slang them packages for Amazon up in Fredericksburg, Virginia. I looked outside and my truck was covered in snow. And I'm like, what in the world is going on here? I should have known. I was warned. It was warm last night. Well, not warm, but you know, it was one of those nights where if you stepped outside, if it hadn't been drizzling, if you stepped outside, you wouldn't have needed a jacket. And certain people would go out wearing shorts. Let's put it that way. So the snow, I guess I shouldn't have been surprised. But by the time I got to my first stop, it had stopped. In Fredericksburg, it had stopped. And then the sun came out. And, you know, by the time I got home, I saw nothing on the ground. It's like nothing. Never happened. But anyway, it is Wednesday, December the 11th, 2019. And do you know what that means? It is December 11th. That means that Crimmer is 2 weeks away, exactly 2 weeks away. So I just question, are you finished your Christmas shopping, or have you even started your Christmas shopping, or are you halfway home with your Christmas shopping? Me, I'm damn near finished. I'm almost done. But anyway, without further ado, as we have a good show today, we're gonna have hopefully we should have an interview today. But let's get to it. Now, I'm going to start off with football. I'm going to start off with the NF or the L. And it's going to be, you know, I'm going to start off with reviewing over last week's games. And the first game last week was a Thursday night football game. It's the last time we did a show. I was on with my man Tony, who's a Cowboys fan. We didn't talk much Cowboys like that, thank God. But they played against the Chicago Bears. They played against the Chicago Bears Thursday Night Football, their second consecutive Thursday night game. Of course, they played on Thanksgiving, as they always do, and I guess the NFL is basically being fair to both teams because the Bears played on Thanksgiving too. But they're being fair, and they didn't play their next game until the following Thursday, and now they have had, when they go into their games this Sunday, they will have had what amounts to a mini bye. Now, needless to say, what happened is what I pretty much thought would happen. The Chicago Bears dusted the Dallas Cowboys. Don't let that 31-24 score fool you. This game was not close. It was Dallas doing what Dallas do all the time, falling behind big, and then getting some garbage time yards to make it look more respectable than it actually is. The Bears, Mitchell Trubisky looked like a star. He looked like a star last Thursday night. He really did, against those bums with the star on their helmet. But that's not what I want to get into right now. The next day on a Dallas radio show, Jerry Jones just absolutely had me weak. I got to let you guys hear it if you haven't already.
You know the Tolos and the Cowboys fans want answers today. What answer do you have for how this team is playing right now?
We're not playing very well.
Duh.
Are you embarrassed? Are you embarrassed as an organization about how the team is
Hey,
playing?
get your damn act together yourself. Okay? Now we're gonna have a good visit this morning, but settle down just a little bit.
I mean, as a Cowboys fan,
We've
Jerry.
got a lot to go over. Now, going with your question, but I'm going to give you the answers I want to give you this morning, and I don't like your attitude to come in. I've been traveling all night, and I don't have the patience to jack with you today.
What the hell does that mean? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't have the patience to jack with you today. You know what? I'm going to log off of that comment. I'm going to log off because if you know me, you know where I'm going with this. I guess if Jerry was to hear me, he would probably tell me,
settle down just a little bit.
But it's like they're asking legit questions. They're asking legit questions of what Cowboy fans want to know. The Dallas Cowboys are nosediving at the end of this 2019 season. And you know what? They should be embarrassed. They should be embarrassed as an organization.
Hey, get your damn act together.
No, damn it. You get your damn act together. You and your sorry-ass football team. That is an embarrassment. You have arguably the most talented team in the league. And this is, and you know what? I'm kind of going against my own grain here because I have said before that I'm not going to talk about the Cowboys because they don't deserve it, despite all the hype and all of the BS that predominantly comes from their owner, Jerry Jones. But the fact that he is, and I'm settled, but the fact that he is snapping on local Dallas radio hosts who have the right to ask that question, and as Cowboy fans, they want to know what's going on because they're the most annoying pieces of S-word in the world. But he should be embarrassed. You've got all of these talented players, and the fact of the matter is the reason why the Dallas Cowboys haven't been nothing for almost the last 25 years is honestly predominantly because of their owner, Jerry Jones. And he will not, and his refusal to get rid of Jason Garrett. Everybody sits there and says, hey, Jason Garrett is gone after this season. I believe that when I see it. I will believe that when I see it because Jason Garrett has been nothing but mediocre as a coach, and you've almost had him for 10 years. Why get rid of him now? So, you know what? Good riddance. Hope you get your asses kicked this Sunday and, honestly, for the rest of the season because you are nosediving.
Settle down just a little bit.
I swear, man, that is almost as good as R. Kelly. And I've been trying to tell all of these Cowboy fans out here, been trying to tell them for the longest time, your team is overhyped, overrated, overcompensated, overpaid, and now you're just over. But it's like you guys y'all just can't come to grips with that.
Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. You don't want to believe it.
Get your damn act together. I don't have the patience to jack with you today.
Okay. See, I said that I was going to leave that statement alone. So let me just move forward to the next topic of game, the next bit of games. Okay, so we had the Bears winning. We had the Falcons beating the Panthers. I don't really think anybody cares because Carolina's quit on. They've quit. They're done for the season. They've lost their coach, and I think they're done. Big game, one of the big games, the Ravens versus the Buffalo Bills. I actually had the Buffalo Bills winning this game because I had a scenario that would have just been it'd have been so juicy. It could have been on daytime. It could have been on daytime television, a daytime soap opera. But the Ravens won. Lamar Jackson handled his business. They won 24-17. And Battle of Ohio, the Cleveland Browns beat the Cincinnati Bengals. But there is trouble in paradise. Apparently, Odell Beckham wants out of Cleveland after just 1 year. Big surprise there. He only has 2 touchdowns, and his boy, Jarvis Landry, has been eating good this season. I will say that. But Browns keep their slim playoff hopes alive. They're now 6-7. Excuse me. Packers won an unimpressive game against the Redskins, 20-15. So they are now 10-3, if I'm not mistaken. The Vikings took care of business that they had to take care of, 20-7 over the Detroit Lions. Game of possibly the year. The 49ers and the Saints. 49ers went to New Orleans, and I said that San Francisco would win, and they did. I didn't think they would win like that, though. I really didn't. I'm telling you. Jimmy Garoppolo proved something, and what I said was one of the biggest trades of the season, at least as far as offensively is concerned, I do believe was the biggest trade of the season, was the 49ers picking up Emmanuel Sanders from my Denver Broncos. He had 7 receptions for 155 yards and a touchdown. It was just, the final score was 48-46. The 49ers were down by 1. And they had an absolute great shootout. And Drew Brees did his thing. 5 touchdowns and then 1 rushing. I mean, Drew Brees, I didn't see that happen to the 49ers defense. But they had 4th and 2, and Garoppolo completed a pass to George Kittle, and he had just a get off of me moment. He was face masked for about 15 yards and carried 3 New Orleans Saints defensive players with him. I'm telling you, man, and I was trying to tell my man Sean this, but George Kittle may be the best tight end in football. He may be better than Zach Ertz. He may be better than Travis Kelce, because that dude is a man. Biatch. That dude is a man. And that was a play that, should the 49ers make the Super Bowl or win the Super Bowl, you're going to see that specific play a lot. The 4th down catch by George Kittle, catch and run by George Kittle. Now, the win came at a cost, really, for both teams. Excuse me. Davenport for the Saints, he got hurt. Richard Sherman is week to week, as well as a couple of their offensive linemen for the 49ers. So, but still, they're 11-2. They vault back up to number 1. I'll get to that in a moment. And the Saints fall to number 3 because of the Packers win. Jets beat the Dolphins, nobody cares. Bucks beat the Colts, nobody cares. The Colts are pretty much done now. And the game of the day that just honestly made me want to throw up, and I'm going to explain why. My Denver Broncos go out and kick the crap out of the Houston Texans in Houston, 38-24. Do you guys realize that at one point this game was 38-3? And we started this is the second start for our rookie quarterback that we drafted in the 2nd round, Drew Lock. I must say I'm impressed. But it came, he had over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns against a Houston team that just did not show up to play. But this is what annoys me. It makes me want to throw up, because my Denver Broncos are 5-8. Again, we have blown 4 fourth-quarter leads. God damn! So we can play with anybody. We just have had problems closing the show. Say we beat Minnesota. Say we beat the Colts. Say we close it out against Jacksonville and Chicago. We're sitting in first place. But it is what it is. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Drew Lock. Maybe Elway may have gotten it right. Chargers 45-10 over the Jaguars. Nobody cares. A team that everybody needs to look out for, Tennessee Titans, went and doubled up the Oakland Raiders. I remember about 3 weeks ago I said the Raiders were going to the playoffs. Boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong. And I also said that Tennessee didn't have anything dynamic about their offense. Well, as I said last week, ever since Ryan Tannehill became the quarterback, they've been pretty damn dynamic. And they're 8-5, and they have a showdown against the Texans for first place of that division. Steelers beat the Cardinals 23-17. I'm going to tell you, again, Coach of the Year, Mike Tomlin. You can throw Kyle Shanahan in there too, but Mike Tomlin, 4th-string quarterback. 4th-string quarterback. You are 8-5. You have the 6th spot. You have the 2nd wild card spot. And as much as I keep saying I don't think it's going to be the Steelers, and I still don't, they prove me wrong every week. Surprise game, the Sunday night game, the Rams against the Seahawks. The Rams had made a statement. They made a statement, but I don't know. It's just I just think I think it just may be too late in the game because of how top heavy. You have to, for one, if you're the Rams, you have to win out, and you have to hope that Minnesota loses a game. Now, Minnesota has a trap game against the Chargers coming up, but they handled the Seahawks. They beat them down. They've started giving the ball back to money time. Todd Gurley, instead of what appears to be load management, the Rams go to Dallas, and they're gonna kick the crap out the Cowboys next week. I firmly believe that. And Monday Night Football, the Philadelphia Eagles managed to squeak out an overtime victory over the Eli Manning-led New York Giants. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Good God, the Eagles are injured. Good Lord. Alshon Jeffrey injured his foot. He's out for the year. You were down to a practice squad receiver who was playing in the AAF about 5 months ago, the league that, couldn't finish its season because of funds. You were down to him and 2 tight ends. If that guy, Ward, had have gotten hurt, you know who would have been the quarterback? Who would have been the wide receiver, excuse me? They would have had to bring in their 40-year-old backup quarterback, Josh McCown, to play wide receiver. Damn. Eagles need to go out and sign somebody. All they're going to do is sign Jordan Matthews for the 8th time. They just released him a week ago. They're probably going to bring him back on. I just want to say this. Antonio Brown's out there. Dez Bryant is out there. I'm just saying. All right, and with that being said, now I'm about to make picks for Week 15. This is for Week 15 in the NFL. And with that, I have some help. He's not a new guest to the show. I had him on maybe about a month ago. It is my cousin David. Say what it do.
What it is, hoes and heathens.
I would like you to repeat yourself. Say that one more time.
What it do, hoes, heathens, and he-haws. He-hoos. What's good, folks?
Ain't nothing much. And just to remind you guys that David is a Patriots fan since about 2007. I call him out on it. When Moss joined the Patriots, he became a Patriot fan. But that was over 10 years ago, so I'll say he's legit. What was that, sir? But anyway, hey, I'm just calling it how it is, playboy. I'm calling it how it is, playboy.
What you got, nigga? Looks good, though. What we doing here?
All right, so the Thursday night game is the New York Jets at the Baltimore Ravens. Now, I'm gonna obviously go with the Ravens. The Jets are horrible. But they're saying Lamar Jackson has maybe a bit of a calf issue. Now, if I'm the Ravens, because the bottom line is you control your destiny to be the number 1 seed in the AFC, okay? You really have a 2-game lead over the Patriots because you have the head-to-head. You're 1 game better in the wins and loss column, but you have the head-to-head, which really gives you another game. If I'm the Jets and seeing how this is Thursday night, if I'm the Ravens and I'm seeing how this is Thursday night, I am going balls to the wall in the first half to make sure that game is over quickly and get him out of there in the first half and have Robert Griffin III, have RG3 play the rest of the game. What do you think?
Man, you could have a dead skunk riding a unicycle win that game.
You say what?
You can have a dead skunk on the unicycle playing quarterback on that game, and the Jets will find some way to either fuck it up or just, it's the Jets. They don't have to try. I'd have RG3 in that game. Just plain and simple.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah. The Jets have already lost the game. It's over before it started.
All right, well, the next game.
I'd have the Jets head coach as my star quarterback. And then let them play against each other. Good hell of it. Game's over.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Now the next game is one of the 1:00 games on Sunday. Is of course the Patriots going against the Bengals. Your boys done got caught cheating again, bruh. I just want you to know that. Your boys done got caught.
I was hearing something about it. I didn't even have time to go ahead and look and see something. What was going on with it? What the hell?
Apparently they had these guys coming into they were supposed to be scouts filming like a documentary that's on the Patriots website called Do Your Job, but then magically they get caught taping the coach of the Cincinnati Bengals, taping all of the signals and his tendencies and calls that he's making through the whole first quarter of their game Sunday against the Cleveland Browns. Now, what's funny is that Bill Belichick is saying, well, yeah, that was our staff, but I didn't know anything about it. Bullshit. Bullshit. Bill, the control.
What's the name of that saga again?
Spygate. Spygate.
What's the name of the show they were recorded for? Do Your Job.
It's something that's supposed to be on the Patriots website, but my thing is, the control freak that Bill Belichick is, he knows everything that is going on in that organization. And here's the funny part. Here's the part that you already know they're guilty. When they got caught by NFL officials, the cameraman said, well, can't I just delete the footage and we can forget all about this?
Well, Bill's not a great liar, obviously, so he's one of them guys that don't need to cheat on his wife. That's what Bill is. He doesn't need to cheat on his wife. Yeah, well, define cheating, honey. I mean, what is that? He's one of those. He's a terrible liar, obviously.
Exactly. And it's like,
terrible liar. Great coach, terrible liar.
Well, he's a great coach because he cheats. I mean, this is pretty much the answers that I'm coming up with. And the thing about it is, why would you steal signals from the Bengals? They're the worst team in football. They're horrible.
What about the wiener?
The Bengals are 1-12 of all the, I guess. But see, this is why the Patriots don't ever fall victim to trap games, because they study everybody. They catching everybody's signals. But it's like this dude said, well, you caught me. Can I just delete it and go home? Can we just forget this ever happened? Like, wait a minute.
Go pull my car around.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's like saying, that's just like saying, okay, I just screwed your wife, but I didn't like it. It wasn't good. So can we just forget it happened? What?
Yeah, exactly. It don't count if it ain't good.
No, I'm gonna kick your ass.
Oh, man.
I mean, good Lord. I mean, the Patriots are gonna slaughter the Bengals anyway.
I mean, yes.
Even with a terrible offense, and the Patriots' offense does look bad. Their defense can put up 3 touchdowns on the Bengals. I mean, damn. That's just bad.
They were spying on the Bengals, huh?
Spying on the Bengals. The Bengals. This ain't the 2015 Bengals they were spying on. They were a great team. You're spying on
2015, yeah, they were good.
the Bengals. You're spying on the Bengals, who's going to get the #1 draft pick.
Maybe it was for next year. Who's to say? Maybe they were discussing strategy on next year. Be like, look, we've already trashed this season, so maybe we just need to throw a couple of picks, make sure we suck as bad as we think we suck. Maybe it was those Bengals he was spying on. I don't know what he was doing, but obviously he needs to come out with better lies when he gets caught.
Pretty much.
That lie probably wasn't working for him, so I don't know what Bill was doing.
Pretty much. So the next game is the Buccaneers at the Lions. I mean, I don't care about that game. I'll say the Bucs will win. Matt Stafford's not playing. The Lions have gone back to being the Lions. The Bucs actually technically are still in the playoff run. They're 6-7. They've won a couple of games in a row. So I'll pick the Bucs.
Why not? Doesn't sound bad to me. They look decent last couple of games.
And
sounds like a fair pick.
And then a big game early The Bears are at the Packers. The Bears have won, I want to say, like 3 or 4 games in a row, and they're going to Lambeau Field. The Packers can stay right now. The Packers are the number 2 seed, so that game means a lot to them because since the 49ers beat the Saints and Green Bay has a tiebreaker over the Saints, Aaron Rodgers could always use that bye week. I'm going to roll with Green Bay, even though Chicago's been hot.
I'm going to go Chicago because what I see with Green Bay versus Washington, I'm not seeing it yet.
Well, I don't disagree with you there. It was almost like they weren't even interested in playing that game.
Mm-hmm. And that's when I was watching it. Washington almost snuck theirs. Washington almost snuck
Almost.
They was right there. It was a fair step away.
Now, the next game is a battle for first place in the AFC South. The Houston Texans go to the Tennessee Titans. The Titans are another team that has been red hot. The Houston Texans are as Jekyll and Hyde as it gets. You manhandled the Patriots on Sunday Night Football in Houston, but then you let my Denver Broncos come in with a rookie quarterback. Let my Denver Broncos come into your house with a rookie quarterback and absolutely beat the shit out you. Absolutely beat the shit out of you. It was 38-3 at one point. Denver was ahead, and I was ready to throw up. Really, just because my team can play with anybody. We just blow leads. But the Houston Texans are as Jekyll and Hyde as it gets. I think Houston has to be in a game where first place has to be on the line in order for them to play serious.
Either that or somebody's gonna be holding one of their kids hostage or some shit.
Something I like, and
win those games, kids.
I like the Texans to win this game, even though Derrick Henry has been the best running back in football over the last month. Ryan Tannehill has resurrected his career. Mike Vrabel is actually proven to be a damn good coach. He's from the Belichick tree. I wonder if he's cheating too.
Hey, look, when this is all said and done, I want you to give a big round of applause for Tannehill. Because Tannehill really has turned this shit around. Because I remember him at Miami, and he was purity asshole. Just butt and shit.
Oh, yeah.
He's white and flush. So, yeah, he gets a round of applause. Interesting game. Texans.
You're going to the Texans. Okay. Next 1 o'clock game, Broncos at the Chiefs. Drew Lock is 2-0 as a starter. Kansas City's getting healthy. I hate to say it. Denver will keep it close for about 2.5 quarters. Midway through the third quarter, I see the Chiefs pulling away.
Pretty much. It's just how that goes.
Yeah, Kansas City is getting healthy, and if Kansas City is healthy, they can still go to the Super Bowl because you have 4 guys that, if they get their hands on the ball, can just outright take it to the house. And that's hard. And they're fast. That I don't care. They're fast. That's hard. Speed kills.
No argument. They look like contenders. Gotta get that record up, though. Boy, gotta get that record up.
Well, they've already won the AFC West, so they're already in. And that's really all you want to do. They're already in. They're already in between their 3-game winning streak and the Raiders' 3-game losing streak. Kansas City's won the division. And the next game, Dolphins at Giants. I really don't give a damn about this game.
Man, look, I think I just threw up in my mouth a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna go with. You know what? The Dolphins are gonna win.
That'll make it 3 games. What's their record?
That would make them. They're 3-10. They have a better record than the Giants.
Man, but my toilet's got a better record than the Giants. That's a flush sound effect, by the way. That's a flush sound effect. I really don't care. It's just nothing. Whatever. Next game.
The Eagles at the Redskins. Philly's got to have it because Dallas. Oh boy, you have got to listen to the beginning of the show of how, like I said, Dallas is nosediving. They're giving the division to Philadelphia. I mean, they're downright saying, here, I don't want to win this. You take it. And Philadelphia is just so beat up. God, they're beat up. But I think
I guess that division, the lesser of the two evils, I guess, is either Philly or Dallas.
I mean, to me, both of them. I mean, I don't know, but I'm going with the Eagles in this game because as bad as the Eagles have played unhealthy, the Redskins have played just as bad being healthy.
But the Redskins are playing a spoiler role, and they almost would be good at it if they didn't suck so bad.
Well, there you go.
If they didn't suck so bad.
There
If
you
they
go.
didn't suck so bad at it. So Philly. Sure, why not?
Next game, Seahawks at the Panthers. The Panthers have mailed it in since they fired their coach. The Seahawks are going to try to rebound from a butt kicking they took Sunday night against the Rams. So I'm going with Russell Wilson.
Of course, I ain't never gone down, Mr. Wilson. Yeah, I was good on that one.
Raiders and Jaguars. The Raiders had the playoffs in their hands, and they have just pissed it away. And Jacksonville's season was pissed away about a month ago. So I'm going with Oakland to keep their slim playoff chances alive.
Damn. In Oakland's case, that was a situation of what happened to your man. But they need like a miracle set of shit to happen for them to get in.
Who?
Oakland. Don't they need like?
Well, they just need. They need either Jackson. I mean, they need either Tennessee, Houston, or Pittsburgh to just start losing. I mean, but pretty much the Raiders have to win out. That's cut, dry, and simple. They have to win out and hope for some stuff to go their way.
Oh, okay. Sure, why not Oakland?
And another team with slim playoff hopes are the Cleveland Browns. They play at Arizona. I'm going to go with Cleveland to keep their slim playoff hopes alive.
I just don't want them to win because I want to see OBJ cry on national TV.
Oh, that's already done. He's already said he wants out of Cleveland.
It's just like this dude going from team to team, and your stats really don't warrant you going anywhere, and your 15 minutes is up, bro. Like, deal with it. Man.
He wants to either be in New England or Los Angeles.
The Rams?
Yeah.
Damn it. No, I can't go with it. I just can't go.
You going with the Cardinals? Okay.
I'm going to go Arizona. Fuck it. Arizona.
Okay.
It's going to bite me in the ass, but I'll take Arizona.
All right. Trap game for the Vikings. They are at the Chargers. This is a dangerous game for Minnesota, and they have to keep winning because the Rams have gotten hot.
Hey, Minnesota.
You pick Minnesota? I'm picking LA in the upset. And then 4:25 game, Rams at Cowboys. Cowboys, another team nosediving. To hell with them. The Rams have seemed to have found something. I'm going with LA.
Yeah, fuck them. Fuck the Cowboys. Fuck Jerry Jones.
Settle down just a little bit.
Fuck the whole organization. Yeah, sounds fair. Sounds fair. I like that. Yeah. Jerry Jones owed me like $30 from 2 weeks ago when I got him an Uber. So I'm putting that out there. Got him an Uber to like a 50 and up strip club. So I need my money, Jerry. I need my money.
Oh boy, settle down just a little bit.
Yeah. I need my money, Jerry. I'm tired of fronting money for you and your over 50 plus strippers. I need that. You rich. I need mine. That's what they need to like it.
And the next game is the Falcons at the 49ers. I'm going with the 49ers.
Of course, Atlanta's been looking decent, but it's too bad it's been at the end of the season.
That's what they do.
Shitty.
That's what they do.
That's pretty shitty.
That's what they do.
I've actually enjoyed watching some of their recent games.
No, that's what they do.
That's terrible. I mean, Matt Ryan is still trash, but I mean, some of their games have actually been enjoyable. I've actually thoroughly enjoyed watching them. But San Fran is going to handle them their collective asses. Yes.
And the Sunday night game is Buffalo at Pittsburgh. I actually like Buffalo to win this game because I feel like Buffalo has to win this game. I feel like if Buffalo gets one more win, they're safe. They'll be safely tucked away into that at least fifth wild card spot. But also, if Buffalo wins, that sets up a showdown next week in Foxborough for the division for the Patriots and the Bills. So if you're Buffalo, you have to win because you figure New England's going to win in Cincinnati. So if you're Buffalo, you have to win. And just to stay there, just to stay a game back in New England and then see what happens next week. So I'm going with Buffalo.
I'm not a Buffalo guy, of course, and I'm equally not a Pittsburgh fan. Equally. Just because old boy pressing charges, I got stitches on there. Snitching in Pittsburgh. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Let's with two evils. I'll take Buffalo. Fuck it. They slow down. We'll get them. All right, Buffalo it is.
Buffalo it is. And the Monday night football game, the Colts at the Saints, I think that should be easy. I'm going with the Saints.
That's a no-brainer. Ruiz is mad off that last loss to San Fran. He's looking for payback.
And he played his ass off, too.
That was a great game.
That was the game of the year.
Great game. Yeah, it was a showdown. Drew Brees versus Garoppolo.
Hey, now before I let you go, have you heard about this Eminem Nick Cannon beef?
I've been seeing shit about it. I thought they was just recycling the old shit from back in the day, but apparently it's new. That Nick Cannon started some new shit with Eminem.
Well, I guess what I've heard is that it initially started when Eminem put a diss on Nick Cannon in that new Fat Joe song with Eminem and Mary J. Blige. And Nick...
Fat Joe joint. I don't know how to listen to it.
Yeah, his Fat Joe's album just came out. But, so M dissed Nick Cannon then, and so Nick came back with his Wildin' Out squad with Hitman Holler, Charlie Clips, and another dude. I think Conceited was there too. And they just laid a diss track on M, and Suge Knight was actually in the beginning of it. They had Suge Knight talking on the phone from prison, saying that Eminem. Yeah, he's still locked up.
They didn't kill him yet. Damn, man, prison fucked it up.
Oh please, Suge Knight is probably like the Godfather up in there. He probably living like OJ was up in there.
Probably.
But now Nick Cannon released another diss track. Now Suge Knight's son is saying something about Eminem, and now 50 Cent then jumped in saying that he gonna kick the shit out of Nick Cannon next time he see him.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. I think you'll leave it alone at that point. I'm like this with Nick Cannon. What do you care for? Why do you care at this point? She left you, bruh. You like stepdaddy Cannon at this point. You got to set up a date appointment to see your own kids, bro. Like, man, shut up. What do you care for? Leave that man alone. Leave that man alone. There's nothing but heartache and career suicide if you mess with that man. Ask MGK. Leave that man alone.
What, Eminem? But the thing about it is that Nick Cannon has his battle rappers, you know what I'm saying, going at M. All of the rappers that he's paying on Wildin' Out, he has them going at M. Nick is writing that check, so they're gonna do it.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a good set of rappers there. He's got Hitman Holler, like all veterans. Charlie Clips, Conceited, Hitman, all battle rap vets. But this is the rap god. This is Eminem. They don't want that problem either. Because that man was probably sitting there and making records about how he's going to destroy their careers. Don't mess with that man. Don't step in that man's proverbial shit. Because he got a problem with his ex-wife or whatever. Leave that man shit alone. Be like, Nick, we know you the boss and everything, but that man could destroy you 365 days from next Sunday. We don't want your problems. We out. Well, mess with Carlos Miller and them and join the 85 South tour. I remember that's all he needed to do. I remember T.I. got he got a podcast now, and believe it or not, the name of it is what's his favorite line? His favorite word? It's called something. It's T.I.
What you talking about?
No, it's just his one word. It's one of his big words.
Expeditiously.
Expeditiously. That's the name of the podcast. That's the name of the shit. And he trying to defend the whole thing about Eminem, and he was like he gonna go to Detroit and see Eminem and all that. But Nick Cannon's not gonna do that. I don't see Nick Cannon doing that. I don't see Eminem as a fighter, honestly and truly.
Me neither. Not especially not now. I mean, Eminem is in his late 40s.
Late 40s. But he can still make a diss record like it's nobody's business.
Of course. I think M is like 46, 47 now.
Some shit like that, yeah. Yeah. But I don't see a lot of people fucking with him like that. There's not a lot of rap people in the game right now that'll fuck with him like that.
Well, shit, that's been the case over the last 20 years.
Yeah. Nobody wants that headache. Nobody wants it. The last person who did, but he's a good one. I'll give MGK props. He got some of the biggest balls in the world, but you're not going nowhere. Credentials. I think that's what Nick Cannon is doing it for. He wants the publicity of it. But as far as going anywhere, nah, it ain't going nowhere. But now you done gave me some ideas. I'm like, I'm going to go listen to that Fat Joe joint, though. Sounds interesting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, listen to both of them. I mean, I think people take that more seriously than Shaq and Damian Lillard beefing.
Who? It's just the idea of Shaq battling a nigga named Damian Lillard.
No, Damian Lillard. Dame Dollar from the Trailblazers.
Oh, Lord.
Damian Lillard can really rap. He dropped an album, had Lil Wayne on it and everything. He can spit.
Oh, okay. That sounds even worse than when Shaq was trying to battle rap Kobe. Why are you doing this? Don't you have enough time on your hands where you just can find something better to do with yourself? You're like literally taller than a motherfucker, so stop it. Stop it. Basketball players with too much time on their hands.
You ain't never lied about that. But anyway, big homie, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. I'll send you the link when I'm done because now I have to get into the heavyweight championship fight that happened on Saturday night between Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz. I'll just sit here and tell you, I watched the fight. Wasn't nothing special. Joshua, he stuck and moved the way he should have the first time. And then Ruiz came in looking like a fat tub of shit, period.
Yeah, Ruiz was looking for that one hitter. That's it, the whole time. He had his moments when he called it with some slick shit, but other than that, Joshua danced around him, called him, outboxed him. That was it. That was the whole fight.
Yeah, that was the whole fight.
That was the whole fight. It was funny when old boy Ruiz interrupted his interview. Was like, "We need to have a third fight."
Yeah, and maybe he'll actually come in some kind of shape other than extra round.
Right. Extra heavy.
I mean, really.
Don't need to have a third fight.
I mean, this man's titties was damn near as big as his stomach.
Right. That's what makes you look at it and was like, maybe that first fight was a lucky punch.
Well, no, it was not even a lucky punch because he knocked him down 4 times. Ruiz has skills. He just does not care about conditioning. He has skills. He can punch fast. He can punch fast and powerful. He's just a fat glob of shit.
He's in shape, bro.
He's round. He's round.
Number 5 at the Burger King drive-thru. I've seen him, bro. I've seen him. He's in shape. I saw him at the drive-thru at McDonald's at one time, remember?
Oh, yeah.
He can either number 6 or number 7, number 5.
You know what that was? His fat ass getting everything supersized.
Supersized. He's a heavy, man. He's a heavy. He's a contender. He's a super even contender. Ready.
But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go, and Like I said, I'm going to tag you in the post when it's ready.
All right, for sure, big dog.
All right, bro.
Take your time, big dog.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, go.
All right. And that does lead me into the next topic, the heavyweight championship fight that was Saturday. We pretty much described it for you between Anthony Joshua and Andy Ruiz, the rematch from the massive upset that happened in June of this year. Andy Ruiz taking Anthony Joshua's WBA, IBF, and WBO heavyweight championship belts. So Anthony Joshua came in 11 pounds lighter and danced around and did his thing, used his jab, kept Andy Ruiz at bay, who incidentally came in the ring 15 pounds heavier at 283 pounds. I'm sorry, that's just disgraceful. That is. And he made it through the 12 rounds. Okay, fine. I actually predicted that would happen. The fight went just how I predicted it would go. But Andy Ruiz, you're the heavyweight champion of the, you have the majority of the belts in the heavyweight division, the most famed division in the history of boxing. And you look like you didn't train a lick. The only thing you worked out was your jaw muscles because you was chewing so many things. It's like, damn. But with that being said, with that performance happening, do I believe that Anthony Joshua is, back at the top tier point of the heavyweight division? No, I do not. Not even a little bit. Actually, I think that Anthony Joshua is the fourth best heavyweight in the division. I said this last week. If he's to win the fight, I think he needs to either go for the winner of Fury versus Wilder 2, or he needs to go after Luis Ortiz. All three of them fighters, I believe, is better than him. I honestly do. Him and Ruiz talking about fighting a third time. For what? Why? That damn sure shouldn't be their next fight. Honestly. It should not be their next fight. I mean, why? I mean, you're going to pretty much, what you're going to get is what you got this past Saturday night. Anthony Joshua using his height, using his jab, using his right hand. He cut Ruiz in the first round with his first flush straight right hand landed. So, yeah, I want to see Anthony Joshua go for the other big names. I mean, Anthony Joshua fought a fight that you would have seen Vladimir Klitschko fight about 10 years ago. 8 to 10 years ago, where, he used his height, wasn't very appealing, wasn't very attractive fight, but he used his natural advantages to his advantage to win the fight. The difference now with Anthony Joshua's situation and Vladimir Klitschko's situation about 10 years ago, until guys like Wilder, Fury, and Anthony Joshua arrived on the scene, is that now all of the best and most skilled heavyweights in the world are his height or taller. When Vladimir Klitschko fought guys his height, they weren't skilled. They were mostly old, flabby, slow, and it was just easy pickings for him. And when he fought Anthony Joshua, he got knocked out. When he fought Tyson Fury, he got outpointed. That was an awful fight too. But Joshua and Klitschko was fight of the year. But Anthony Joshua's problem is he's chinny. His chin isn't that great, and Wilder is taller than him. Fury is taller than him. Ortiz is close to his height, but he's very skilled. So, but I would like to see him fight these fights. I mean, don't be an Adonis Stevenson, and I hope Adonis Stevenson's health is okay, but don't be that guy where you get the belt back and you just fight these bums and these tomato cans just for the sake of holding on to the belt. And you don't fight the other champions who are in the division who are just as good, if not better than you. If you think you're better than them, if you think you're the best heavyweight in the world, fight these people and let's find out if you're the best heavyweight in the motherfucking world. It's really that simple. It is. It's really that simple. It ain't complicated. It's simple. Let's fight and let's find out. Okay? So that will conclude my boxing segment. And because I have a lot more to come back with boxing. It's heating up. Terrence Crawford fights this weekend. I believe Daniel Jacobs fights this weekend. So boxing is, again, heating up. They're ending off the year strong. And of course, you have the mega showdown with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. That rematch coming in February 22nd. You're going to have the return of Floyd Mayweather Jr. in 2020. I don't know why, but, I mean, it definitely gives boxing a shot in the arm from this standpoint of when Mayweather has something rare that only a few fighters have had since Muhammad Ali, and that's the factor of when he fights, it's not just a fight, it's an event. Only few people have had that type of effect since Muhammad Ali. I can go through the list quick, and this is just my opinion. Mike Tyson, Sugar Ray Leonard, Oscar De La Hoya, Julio Cesar Chavez for the Mexican audience, Felix Trinidad to a lesser degree, and Floyd Mayweather, and now Canelo Alvarez. I could put Holyfield on a low tier there as well. But, yeah. So that will give boxing a shot in the arm when Mayweather comes back. I don't know who he's going to fight. I won't believe that he's going to fight any of these young gunners out here, any of these guys in their late 20s or early 30s. I don't see that happening. But let's see. And as far as the heavyweights go, you know we got Wilder and Fury 2 coming. Come on, Anthony Joshua. Either fight the winner or fight Victor Ortiz. Honestly, I don't have no interest in seeing you fight Jarrell Big Baby Davis. Jarrell Big Baby Miller. He messed that up himself by failing 3 drug tests. Idiot. So, yeah, that will conclude the boxing. On to the basketball. The Milwaukee Bucks to the NBA of the A. The Milwaukee Bucks are tied with the Los Angeles Lakers for the best record in the league. They've won, I believe, 12 straight. Excuse me. They are balling. They're doing their thing. The Lakers are doing their thing. The surprise to me is the Miami Heat. They're 18-6. Can't say I believe they'll be there at the end, but Spoelstra's another one of those coaches that kind of goes under the radar, and he's a damn good coach. And, shout out to Carmelo Anthony, honestly, because ever since he's come back into the league, he's playing with the Portland Trailblazers, he's been balling. And it's almost like you had to refine your love for the game, and, you know, he is balling. He's making the best of it, and God bless him, honestly. I hope he continues to do well, except for when you play the Lakers. And I'm just being honest, except for when you play the Lakers. Now, like I said, I'm not too much into basketball yet because we're now in the meat and the gravy of the football season, and boxing is definitely heating up. I just saw the Clippers get introduced in Toronto. Kawhi Leonard's return. It was very classy. They did a video tribute from last season. They gave him a standing ovation. Good for Toronto. That is what I am talking about. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. But anyway, with that being said, what a buzzer, what a buzzer, what a buzzer. Okay. This will do it for another episode of Sports Plus Life. I really don't have anything to add in the life segment other than the fact that just keep God in your life. Keep God first no matter what you hear me say out my mouth during this show. That doesn't change the fact of the way that I have a new relationship with God that has just been strong and strong as ever. But that's not going to stop me from being me. So I hope nobody gets offended by that. And if you do, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm really not, but that's the best way I can put it. And also, December 21st, Ugly Sweater Christmas Party at Elliott Soul Food Spot, 24360 South of Burnham Avenue, Henrico, Virginia, 23231. Hosted by yours truly and Elliot Cox. Music by the one and only DJ Amp. Again, that is a Ugly Sweater Christmas Party. Come out there and see your boy. And also, the next day, excuse me, I'm losing my voice here. The next day at First African Baptist Church, there will be a Christmas play at 11 a.m. I will be featured in this Christmas play. I've been very busy. I'm going to be very busy for the rest of the year. Also, there is another Christmas skit. There will be a skit that I do that I'm going to be involved in on New Year's Eve at St. Paul's Baptist Church. So I'm staying busy, man. I'm staying busy. I'll also be singing at the Ugly Sweater Christmas Party. So your boy Brandon Brevon Towns is staying busy. He's staying active. I'm just incredibly blessed. I love everybody. This has been another episode of Sports Plus Life. I'll get back at you soon. Holla at your boy. Peace.